Okay, today we are playing a game on the Horizon Lunar Colony. The average SR of this game was 2,705, and we will be playing Soldier on defense and Zenyatta on attack. And our current team composition is Winston, Orisa, Hanzo, Soldier, Zenyatta, and Lucio. So, the thing is with this team is that we're quite weak to dive because Orisa, Hanzo, Soldier, and Zenyatta, none of these people like being dove on. Winston doesn't care, but he can't do anything to help us getting dove on. And Lucio's fine, like, he doesn't care at all about that whole arrangement, but he can't also do much to help. Also, we do have two off-healers. We have Zenyatta and Lucio. So we don't have a big healer, like a main healer, like, Anna or Mercy are the only two in the game. This is not the end of the world, but seeing as we're already weak to dive with our current composition, not having a strong healing output hero can end up being a problem. We are also playing Soldier, so that kind of helps it a little bit, but this could also be a problem. That being said, Horizon is kind of a bitch to dive on, because the point's trash. The second point is also trash, but for different reasons. It's a 2CP map, you know how it is. So, you know. Also, team comp doesn't matter that much, because turns out most people can't play their heroes anyway, so let's just start the game. So we're defending first. So our goal in this game, for the first point, playing a Soldier, is basically we're just going to stand on the point behind our Orisa the entire time. And if they start coming at us from the left side or the right side, we can start, like, falling back the other way, because if the majority of their team is on the left side, we go the right side, well, we can get further away from them, and then we can still shoot at them. Basically, we plan to just stand on the point the entire time. Now, we start coming up here. This is really scary to do because, well, they're all up here, for one thing, and they are divey. The other thing is that we know there's a Doomfist up here, and we just, like, line up right next to the wall out. So if he's just, like, here, he just, like, smacks us into the wall, we get dove on, we get killed. We get, like, scary close to dying right there, but we get away, and then Doomfist kills himself, which is very convenient, and we're very glad about that. So, as we can see, they're doing a very terrible job of executing this engage. Not helped by the fact that Lucio, I guess I'm racist, Doomfist, the other black hero, just came in and killed himself on the point. And then they had to fight 5v6, but then they also just kind of, like, got on the edge, and then went, oh fuck, and kind of got shot for a while, and then they left. So, that was cool. Didn't have to really do much there. Shouldn't have gone that far up, though. Very scary. So we just picked off Genji right before anything happened, so that's also cool, because, well, now they're down a person. Winston's going up there. He's not allowed to do that, because the high ground is a trap for the defending team. We start coming up here. This is scary, because we came up here earlier and we almost got killed for it. Not too scary right now. We end up running away, because all we can see right now is Mercy and Lucio, which is, like, whatever, right? Like, yeah, Lucio turns to us, but what's he gonna do? We can stay up here and, like, try to kill the Mercy, because we see that everybody else has just jumped off the edge. So it's only the two supports up here. That's not scary. We can just keep shooting at the Mercy. We come back up when Doomfist's here, and, like, this is pretty good tracking. Like, we almost kill him. If, like, one of them was a headshot, he would have died. But, at the same time, we see him charging up, and we just, like, look him dead in the eye, and then he ends up killing us. We could have just shot the Mercy and then, like, ran away when Doomfist came up, and that would have been better. Or if we're gonna come back up then, just, like, try and dodge Doomfist's punch, because it's fairly telegraphed, and Soldier is surprisingly mobile for an old man. Here we're gonna get fucked, though, right? Because we're not mobile enough. Doomfist's ult, kinda hard to dodge, even if you have a good movement ability, like Guardian Angel. So, if you're playing Soldier, unless you react, like, immediately, you're pretty fucked. So we've lost that point. That sucks. We've almost got Tac Visor built up, which is, of course, cool. This point, we can stand up on the high ground. We can stand on, like, the catwalk up there and try and hold it and just, like, shoot at them as they come through. And then if they start coming through and we're scared, we can just leave, right? You do want to try and control that area if possible, but your team does need to work with you on that, so we'd probably just end up having to run away. So here comes Doomfist, here comes Winston. We've already used Biotic Field. Why did we use Biotic Field? Because we dropped really low right here. Fair enough. Zenyatta starts to have a pretty bad time during this whole section right here. So Winston jumps on us. We decide we're going to use Tac Visor. Mercy cuts right in front of us right as we do it, so she probably felt really good about that. And now we get to use the Bongo and Tac Visor at the same time, which of course feels really nice. So we fend off that push. We only had to use the Bongo and Tac Visor to do it. But also, those are like two of the best ults on our team, so it's a little scary. Well, I mean, we've got Graviton as well, which is a really good ultimate, but he's only just changed, so he's nowhere close to having a Graviton right now. We should be up there on the catwalk, like, trying to help them hold that. So there's Zenyatta getting absolutely bullied around. He changes into another hero in a little bit and just, you know, is really going to show you how he felt about that one. So we just barely avoid getting pulled into that, which is awesome. Winston jumps on us. Not afraid of that because we can fight him with the Biotic Field anyway, but we also get the Sound Barrier, which is even better. Now Doomfist's on us. That's scary. We come over here to pick up the health kit, but Lucio's already picked it up. Granted, we're probably paying more attention to Doomfist at this point in time, but even in spite of that, going for that health kit puts you right next to a wall, which is exactly what Doomfist wants. Better bet is to just try and, like, run to the other side of the room so that you can just try and, like, dodge the punch, because the punch is going to be the thing that kills you. Oddly enough, from a hero named Doomfist, he's probably going to punch you to death. I know, very strange. Genji's here, but he's honestly not very scary, so kinda like whatever. Kill Doomfist, put on Tac Visor. This is a fine time to use Tac Visor. I would have also used Tac Visor. It's just unfortunate that Winston then goes, put that fun down, young man, or old man, I guess, in this case, seeing as we're playing Soldier. And Zenyatta, he uses this Transcendence, and then he changes when he dies right here, I'm pretty sure. It's an issue because, like, we never really get to just, like, sit back and fight like Soldier wants to. We'd be better off changing to Reaper during this game, which, oh look, there goes Zenyatta changing into Reaper. I wonder why he decided that he wanted to do that one. Because Reaper's good against Winston, Zarya, and Doomfist, so he's good against, like, their whole team. Their Doomfist did just change, however, into Soldier, so I mean. But Winston's still really good against both their, Reaper, rather, is still really good against, both of their tanks, so, You can also, I would also argue, McCree is probably better, because he can, like, defend himself getting dove on as well, but he's also good at killing Genji. And Lucio, because they're like up in your face, and you're just like, stop that, and then you shoot them in the face, and they're like pretty upset about it. We never really get to play Soldier. It's also kind of hard in this game, and on this map rather, unless you can get control of the high ground, which is of course quite hard. So, Graviton right here. Mercy's stuck in the Graviton, but we're like shooting at the Winston instead. I mean, Winston's like in the way, but like Mercy's in there. We can just about see her. So what we would rather do in this position is just, like, trend a little bit this way so that we can shoot at the Mercy, and then, like, we're getting shot at the Soldier from up here, so, like, this is probably scaring us a little bit, which, I mean, you know, understandable. But, like, we've got Sound Barrier right now, we can just, like, come over here a little bit, shoot the Mercy, and then take off back over this way when Mercy's dead. Instead of just, like, plugging into the Winston. And he's, like, in the way of the Mercy from that position, I get it, but, like, we could, like, move over a little bit to try and get the Mercy, because Mercy, kind of a priority target, you know, a little bit. She ends up dying anyway, nothing much accomplished. When the Mercy gets stuck in the Graviton, she is probably not very long for that world. So we've almost got Tac Visor built up again. We have building our ultimate really, really quickly, which is good, of course, because the team that ults more is the team that tends to win, because oddly enough, ultimates are rather strong. So Reaper's just gotten picked off right before this fight, which is obviously really cool, and there goes Zarya getting picked off as well. So, you know, that feels pretty bad. We use our Tac Visor again, but their Lucio has Sound Barrier ready this time, so, and two of our team are also currently dead. So the reason we lose this point is because we lost Reaper and we lost Zarya right before they engaged the fight, because they were standing too far up. And what can you do about that? Now we gotta go out there and touch it, but we know it's not gonna work. Like, we know this is not gonna work, we just have to do it. Zarya is really upset that he changed off of Zenyatta, even though the reason we lost that point is because Zarya got picked off right before they engaged the fight. But, you know, whatever, you know, that would be a little bit too self-aware for the Overwatch community, so that simply will not fly around here. So now we're gonna play Zenyatta. Our Reinhardt is telling us he wants the Harmony Orb on him 24/7, which is, of course, bad. But he's bad, as we just saw, because he's the one that just lost us that round. So, whatever. Well, him and Reaper, it was a joint effort, but... So, we see they've got Torbjorn Orisa on Horizon, which is very standard procedure and very depressing, but it is standard procedure. Reinhardt's managed to pin their Toblerone, which is pretty incredible. We're getting way too close right now. We're playing Zenyatta. We don't want to be, like, this far up. We can shoot in through the doorway, and that's fine. Like... It's very easy to get killed if you start just, like, going in over on here as Zenyatta, because, I mean, Zenyatta's not exactly the, most up-close fighter in the world, you know. Here we get really greedy, trying to get the Ana, and we, like, try to, like, cut around the shield a little bit, but, we shouldn't even be in that far at all as Zenyatta, because, it's kinda easy to get killed as Zenyatta. We kinda don't want to get that close to the enemy. So we almost have Transcendence built up, which is cool. Transcendence is a really good ultimate. Ana has Nano Boost ready, however, we don't have Tac Visor to combo it with yet, so that's sad. Trace, I thought we had a Genji, it's a Tracer, it's the other flanker, so that's not, like, good. Anyway, I'm pretty sure she Nano Boosts the Reinhardt as he's going in right here. I'm pretty sure he gets Nano Boosted. Yeah, there he goes. She could have nano-boosted us right there. Probably, like, really close to accidentally nano-boosting us. So, again, we're getting really close, but we have Transcendence ready this time, so that's fine. Now we see people... We're hanging out over here, but we see those people over there start getting shot. Like, these people are fine, honestly, and we can see from these people over here, fucking pointing with my hand like a dumbass, and like, look at all these wonderful colors we have over here. Like, we have more than that. Look at all these colors we have. I can see like 3 of them. So we got these people over here. We see them looking in this direction. These people, like, they're fine. Go over here and start making sure those people don't die as well, because, I mean, it's kind of the point of Transcendence, is to make sure people don't die. And then right as you get over there, Transcendence will be running out, so you can just, like, duck around that corner again, and you'll be good to go. All those people are now dead. So that's half our team dead right now. They used ultimates, like, they used, Molten Core and Tac Visor, so, like, it wasn't meant to be, anyway, but Transcendence, you know, go over there and heal them people. So, not going very well. We're 2 minutes through right now, so it's not the end of the world, but you know, after 2 pushes like that, not exactly feeling too hopeful, probably. I wouldn't be feeling too hopeful, especially not after, well, you know, I've had the benefit of listening to people as well. Coming into the second round, I wasn't particularly hopeful for the team. So we're gonna try again. We don't have our Discord orb on anybody right now, which is, I mean, a bit of a social faux pas. I want it on somebody, and we had, like, some opportunities to slide it in there. But we're more interested in charging our right click, but, like, we want to put the Discord orb on somebody. And then they just kind of, like, kill everybody right at once, right there. I mean, what were you gonna do? Like, you know, like, what are you gonna do? There's Zenyatta who doesn't have Transcendence. The whole team basically got killed within, like, 5.5 seconds of each other. So, get fucked is, sort of the moral of that story, really. So, we've got 1, maybe 2 more goes at this. We're not gonna get to, like, build up any ultimates right now. Reinhardt's way too far ahead. And he's like, I need healing, as he puts more walls in the way of everybody. Walking into the person that we're shooting at as Zenyatta is not good practice, because weapon has no fall-off damage. Don't want to be getting closer to people. It doesn't matter. Like, we see this happening. It clearly doesn't matter. But we don't want to be walking into the people that we're shooting at as Zenyatta either. The moral of today's game, because I think you can infer roughly how this game goes from this point on. The moral of today's game, much like the moral of yesterday's game, is it's very hard to solo carry a game. It's very easy to solo throw a game, because I can point you to the exact team member that's weighing us down the most, and it's that Reinhardt over there. Funnily enough, it tends to be the tank that solo throws if the tank doesn't know how to play a tank. Cause that Reinhardt right there, he was playing Zarya, so him and Reaper were the ones that got picked off last round, and then we lost the point. And this round, we can see he clearly doesn't know how to play Reinhardt. But he decided he was going to play Reinhardt. So, and now he's like gold damage tank, even though he took it from us within the last 30 or so seconds. Also, if you are a tank that has gold damage, and this is no tank player wants to hear this, if you're the tank that's got gold damage or gold eliminations, unless you're like Zarya, who has just been having the game of her life, if you're the tank that has gold damage, the problem is probably not that your DPS are bad. It's probably that you're not actually tanking any damage and making any space for anybody. Which is kind of the point of a tank, but you're probably not doing that if you got the, because if you got gold damage or gold eliminations, you had to spend a lot of time swinging to do that, which is time you didn't spend blocking, I'm sure. So, yeah, the moral of the story is that, if you don't know how to play a tank, probably shouldn't try and play a tank, because that's how you turn out to be like that guy. And, like, I do think everyone should know how to play a tank, don't get me wrong, because you can't guarantee that you're gonna get to play Genji every game or something. But, if you don't know how to play a tank, you should not play a tank, because you will be like that guy, and you will throw the game. And not necessarily, not intentionally throw the game, you just don't know how to play a tank, so you're gonna do stuff like that, right? Like, it's gonna happen. So, but everyone should know how to play a tank. And believe it or not, it's wild, I know. Not many tank players want to hear this either, but the point of being a tank is to block damage for your team, which is not very showy and not very flashy. But like the best thing you can do as Reinhardt is usually just stand there holding right click, because then they don't shoot your team. And that's usually the best play. You don't really get to go and swing at people that often because, well, you're not doing your job. That's not your job. That's what the DPS is for. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching if you did. If you, oh wait, the email. What did the email say? The email was just like, dying a lot, bad positioning. Yeah. Stand further back. Basically, it's hard on Horizon to play long-range heroes like Soldier and Zenyatta because the map is very confined. So, it tends to be hard, but basically, if you're playing Soldier, and you feel like you're dying a lot, you're probably standing too close. If you're playing Zenyatta and you feel like you're dying a lot, you're probably standing too close. Or their team is just really good at like, diving on people. And then the plan is to, like, change heroes, probably at that point. So anyway, thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer, and I hope you found the video helpful.